I have decided to watch The Open House, a 2018 horror thriller by Matt Angel and Suzanne Coote. Was this movie horrifying or horrible? Let's find out. I am Foamy the Fearsome, and I'm reviewing for you The Open House. This review contains spoilers, so if you do not wish to be informed about the plot of this movie, you can skip ahead to this part of the video for the review summary. So the movie starts with a heavily breathing Dylan Minnette, who plays the main character Logan in this movie. There's ominous music in the background, so he's probably running away from something spooky. Nope, he was just running. It is implied that he is athletic when they celebrate the fact that he ran an unspecified distance in 5:07, which I assume is good based on their reactions, but for which I have no reference. We are then introduced to their home and family with this awkward quote.
We made that. Did you know we made you?
Oh, okay.
We made you with our bodies.
As if they needed to ensure that we understood that they are his parents? We then get incredibly awkward close-ups from Logan removing his contact lenses, which is emphasized so much that you instantly know that this will come back to haunt you later in the movie. After clumsy daddy ruins all the eggs and some small talk implying that they are poor, the mom is jobless, and that they have a friend named Jim, they go to the store for eggs even though they just said dinner was bread.
I'm gonna go get some eggs. You want coffee?
I guess they just don't have any other toppings.
Get milk too, okay?
Logan comes along to the store, but stays in the car? He just came along to listen to music or something? I don't know.
Where you going? I'm staying. Okay.
After Daddy is shown getting eggs but no milk, he returns to the car, but gets hit before he can reach it. Should have just gotten that milk, bro. Daddy is then mourned by what I assume are their relatives, and they explain it was a drunk driver. Outside, Mommy, who is called Naomi by the way, but I'm just going to call her Mommy, is offered assistance by her sister, who seems like she's fancy and rich based on her outfit. Oh, and the fact that she has some mansion lying around that she doesn't mind sharing with them for the time being. So long as they're away during the open houses, because it's for sale.
You know what? Bruce won't have a problem with it.
It's a good thing Bruce doesn't mind. So they're driving off and their house now has a for rent sign. So wait, they want to get back there? They can only not afford living there, but they can afford to keep the house? That's odd. Okay, so far so good. We've been introduced to the main characters, Daddy died so there's some sort of plot arc going on, and they're moving to the title location. So let's get this party started. It's clearly far away since it's dark now. Mommy is doing anything but paying attention to the road. In fact, it doesn't even look like she's driving this car. I mean, she's on the phone, she closes her eyes, she turns her steering wheel the wrong way. It's probably all meant to make it likely she did not see this.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Please tell me he's okay!
What? You didn't hit him? It wasn't even close. How are you this bad at paying attention?
I could have killed him.
Yes, so maybe look at the road next time. So before they reach the house, we're introduced to a creepy store lady who has pictures of them.
Forgive me, I'm Martha, Bruce and Allison's neighbor. She told me her sister and nephew were coming up. She emailed me a picture, so
I wouldn't have signed off on that.
I lost my husband a few years back.
Her husband's dead too. Oh, look at that, so much in common. Creepy music tells me this isn't the last we've seen of her.
Bye-bye now.
Oh, and this stare, in case we still weren't convinced she's a plot device.
Yeah.
Ah, there it is. They arrive at the house, which is
Fucking huge.
Language.
there's sad music because the house is sad. The first thing that happens when they enter the house is that the phone rings, but don't worry, it's not scary. It's just
Martha, the neighbor.
in case we still weren't convinced she is a plot device.
I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have reception up here.
Oh no, I can use my phone here, why? Logan turns into the world's most stoic realtor and gives us a tour of the house, which ends in the cellar that doesn't have light, probably because lamps or electricity would be too expensive for someone with such a house. So that's clearly going to be an important location for the movie. Never mind, it's just a step breaking even though it didn't even budge a few minutes ago. After some cringy irrelevant dialogue, they go to bed, but not before reminding us that tomorrow is the open house, and that this means they need to get out by 11. They mentioned that here, but I didn't notice the first time, so thanks. Knock knock. Who's there? It's a car. Car who? Wait, the car knock? The deer knock? Remember this woman from 10 minutes ago? Here she is again.
Who are you?
Didn't you recognize them earlier? You even had pictures.
What are you doing on our property?
You're at the wrong house, doofus.
Man, this is our house.
No, it's not. It's not your house. You just borrowed it.
Do you need help?
No, no.
And then she bolts, the logical response when there is someone at your house. Well, that was confusing as fuck. This seems like as good a time as any to ransack your mom's room. Oh hey, look at this photograph. Okay, so it's the next morning and we wake up with a jump scare and weird people in the house that imply the open house will start soon.
You need to get up right now. The open house is starting in 15 minutes.
So wait, he overslept? Mommy didn't wake him?
Sorry, I got a call. And
Oh, right. Good reason. It is made clear they can absolutely not return before 5, and the realtors say that they will lock up the place when they are done. Also, remember when they said the open house would start at 11? Why does this sign say 10? How hard is it to be consistent in that? The open house has started, and some people leave the house as we get our first glimpse of our big bad evil guy. Or at least, that's what the music implies. You only get to see his boots, though. I wonder why Wikipedia credits him as Evil Boots. How does this scene work? He steps in the second they step out? How is he not seen? Or heard, for that matter? Is he a ninja? Or are those people just blind and deaf enough not to see the giant stomping behemoth waiting directly next to the door? I mean, for a ninja, he's not very subtle. So then we get a scene which I assume is meant to make us like these characters, but everything they say just sounds so depressing. It also took me a couple of rewatches to realize that this is where they finally address the confused creepy woman incident from the night before.
why would she knock?
They just squeezed it in the opening shot for this scene? Why discuss it now and not directly after it happens? Or, you know, the next morning? Why would you wait until dinner? I guess just like a lot of things in this movie, they try to overlap to prevent having to use redundant scenes, but then why is this scene here? This doesn't add anything to the plot. It's a 3-minute scene of them in a restaurant, which can be summarized as follows. We have no money, but we go to a restaurant anyway. Oh no, my credit card got declined. Don't worry, Mom, I got this. What? Why do you have money? It's birthday money, Mom, be cool. What would you do if you win the lottery? I would do these basic things and also sports-related things because I am a sports person. I would do photo things.
You should. You don't have to win the lottery to do that.
We already know they're poor. We already know this dude is a wannabe Olympic athletic person. The only new thing we learn is that Mommy wants to be a photographer. Maybe that'll come back later. We are then introduced to the token black character, which, as you know, is a bad thing to be in a horror movie. I wonder if he dies first. A scene praised for its notable quotes, apparently, with pearls like,
It's good to see some new faces, especially pretty ones. I just mean the mountain folk can get a little, scruffy at times, and I am not talking about the men.
good stuff.
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Meanwhile, Logan is mad at him for existing and drags Mommy away from this smooth criminal. So they arrive back at the house at what seems to be way later than 5 PM, but they find no key and the door is unlocked. With yet another jump scare, it is made clear it is the realtor dude from before who is acting all suspicious and shit. And we don't really know why. It is pretty much his job description to be nice to anyone that enters the house in the hopes that they will buy it. On top of that, he knows that they will return. If anything, he should be surprised they hadn't yet, because it is clearly way past 5. Is this a possible throwback to him mentioning they should absolutely not get home before 5? We don't know, and he runs away, which is pretty much everyone's response around here, apparently.
Have you ever thought about how weird open houses are?
And here is a monologue about how weird open houses are. Good stuff.
Okay, well, now I'm not gonna sleep tonight.
Maybe you shouldn't sleep tonight.
What follows is a sequence of weird noises and other spoopy events. The phone rings, but there is no one on the other end. Logan's cell phone, which he left there in an earlier scene, by the way, goes missing. His bowl of poor people food mysteriously moves. and there are weird bonking noises coming from the basement. Oh, and the horror classic female in the shower makes its appearance when Mommy takes a shower. Logan walks in repeatedly, which is pretty creepy, dude. After some noises in the basement, Mom yells in the shower and Logan rushes up to save her. After she waves her boobs in his face, she explains the water is suddenly cold and that she needs to check the tank. Wait, why does Logan not go? He's already there and aware of the situation, and unlike some people, he's wearing clothes. He went up there to help, but when an opportunity presented itself, he doesn't? Maybe he did just go up there to look at his mom's tits. So Mommy goes in the creepy basement with nothing but a towel and a flashlight. What? The floor in the basement seems to be made of stone, and it's clearly shown to be winter. So that must be pretty damn cold. Why would she not just get dressed, or at least put something on her feet? Also, weren't there creepy sounds there? Why would she go alone? And if she went alone, why her and not Logan? Where did she suddenly get matches? I mean, I guess they could have been there, but still. Why did she turn off the flashlight? Does lighting the pilot require total darkness? But perhaps the biggest question, did they just assume that relighting the pilot instantly heats back the entire tank of water? Because that's not how water heaters work. It's thermodynamically impossible. In fact, it could not have gone frigid instantly by simply turning off the pilot. Those water heaters are designed to store water at elevated temperatures for prolonged periods of time. This entire scene is a mistake because they clearly have no idea how to water heater. Enfin, at the end of the scene, Mommy is scared by a sound. She blames Logan and enters his room while he is doing stuff. She then checks under the bed, only to come to the most logical conclusion.
Maybe the door's broken.
Logan is doing more running stuff, and they clock him at 5:34, to which the mom says nice. The distance is specified to be a mile here, which I already assumed after doing some googling, but it's nice to have that confirmed. But wait, wasn't he at 5:07 earlier? Wasn't it implied that he shared his running times with Mommy? Why would she congratulate him on this, when he's almost half a minute slower, which at this timescale means about 10%? Which seems like a lot? Is he slacking and getting slower? Burglar alert! Someone's breaking in. Oh no, it's just the flirty dude from the store earlier that clearly wants a ladle of mom juice. He states it looks bad, but he just saw the for sale sign. Sorry, but aren't you a store clerk? The house is fucking huge. You can't afford that. Logan's being a dick again, but this man understands. You see, he is somewhat of an expert on kids because he used to be a kid. Ah, yes, I'm an aspiring gynecologist because I once came through my mom's birth canal. So the mom explains why they live there and tells him to just contact the realtors if he wants to see the house. Despite saying he will, he invites himself in anyway, and she lets him? Remember when you said open houses are weird because you let strangers in your house? Why do you do the same now?
It's nice to meet you, I'm Chris.
He's introduced here as Chris, so it is clear we're going to see more of him. He is then shown to creep around in the creepy cellar with creepy music. Eventually, Mom is looking for him, but he's already gone? So, what, you let the stranger look around your house but have no clue at all where he is? If he's still there? If he left? His whole presence there is weird. How did he get there? Did he walk? Did he have a car? And if so, where is that? Did he take a bus? What? It's not like it's a neighborhood where you can easily walk into your neighbor's property. It's never explained. Meanwhile, Logan is listening to music. Oh hey, it's the same music from before, remember? Wonder when that's going to be relevant.
Who are you talking to?
That guy. I wanted to see the house since he missed yesterday.
Are you still here?
He's probably left. He was just looking around. I was in my room. Logan?
Logan is still kind of being a dick, which is currently one of his most defining character traits. He's passive and apathetic. He's athletic. He's a dick. Logan in a nutshell. Then Mommy is shown taking pictures with wandering music in the background that turns ominous when Logan walks out. And then... nothing, it's dinner time.
What do you want to have with your mac and cheese? Hot dogs? Or... hot dogs.
We get it! You're poor! Isn't mac and cheese also a meal by itself? If you have so little money, Why would you need to have it with something? The doorbell rings and hey, it's
Martha.
the crazy neighbor woman who suddenly knows them again and emphasizes this so much. There's some weird, uninteresting dialogue, but hey, at least she brought something else to have with their mac and cheese.
I brought you banana bread.
Now you can choose. She then mentions her husband, but wait, earlier she said,
My husband is dead.
is she lying? Was she lying earlier? Nothing this hoe says is true. Are we sure that's actually banana bread? And also, why do you not confront her about the fucking incident?
Bye. Bye, Martha.
Hey, remember when mommy showered? She now does it again, this time showing full side boob. I wonder if the water will go cold. Ah, there it is. And obviously she goes downstairs naked again to fix their magical water feature that is not a water heater because we've just established that this is not how water heaters work. And she goes back in the shower. They keep showing this, so obviously something's going to happen. Are you kidding me? Again?
Logan!
Wait, so now Logan can go downstairs? Maybe they've listened to my complaints. Okay, clearly they didn't. Wait, why are you trying to do this in the dark? Oh, it's an excuse for a jump scare where our big bad evil guy from earlier is now right behind him. What will happen? Nothing. He is still alive because he's sleeping here. The shot is cut weirdly, showing the glasses which are gone a second later. Perhaps a bit before implied our mystery guest is back. I'm over here now. Yep, that's it. While he takes a pee, he moves in his room. Wait, he comes from that side of the room but wasn't seen? He must have been fucking blocking his path if he stood there. And he still doesn't see him? Oh wait, it's perfectly believable because he has no glasses, remember? So he can't see. Oh hey, glasses, they were there all along.
Allie, I was married to a plumber for 16 years. I think I know when a water heater's broken.
No, you clearly don't! Don't make me say it again. Ah, more Logan running. Apparently he went from 507 to 534 to, oops, I can't finish, here's some vomit. Oh, look, it's there. Why is she here?
Where did you come from?
Oh, I always like to start my day with a nice stroll through the forest.
Just hoping that the house sells soon so that we can go home.
What? You're there because you're broke. You can't go home because you don't have money. If the house sells, you're homeless. Wait, are they? I don't know, this whole house thing is just too weird for me. There is some weird dialogue which conflicts with earlier weird dialogue, but I've just accepted to not attach value to anything this woman says.
Nothing that a hot shower and a good breakfast can't fix.
That's totally not creepy or anything.
Death. It's like it moves in and never leaves.
I don't get it. Why are they still talking to her? I just ignore her every move. Who the fuck talks like that?
Bye-bye now.
The plumber arrives to check on their water heater.
I'm here for the water heater.
Says he's been there before. Meanwhile, Logan listens to that one song again, remember from before? Speaking of before, Mommy finds that picture from before. Remember from when we played Nickelback? Also notice how much food they're throwing out. For a poor family, you'd expect them to be more economical with their food. She's then scared shitless by this guy who she knew was in the house and who did not try to hide his presence. Why is she so unaware of her surroundings? Why does she act like she knows she's in a horror movie? This plumber man doubles as a narrator that was sent to clear some things up. Apparently, creepy neighbor's husband did die. Creepy neighbor has Alzheimer's, explaining her erratic behavior. He found Logan's phone in the cellar. Thanks, man. Apparently the phone being there infuriates Mommy because clearly that means he has been messing with her. Also, it's confusing because the phone was lost before the incident, which the mom knew because he bothered her with it. But anyway, the following scene is praised for its good acting, and I guess they're not completely wrong. It's somewhat believable that they're having an argument, and it's the first time in the whole movie that Logan shows any charisma. But the thing they're arguing over, the timing, the complete lack of evidence, the way they're just destroying each other verbally, for seemingly nothing. Mommy versus Logan! Mom, you're batshit crazy, fuck off. Shush, Logan, I am Mom, I can't be mad. I hate you, Mom, remember that Daddy died? It's all your fault. No, it's your dad's fault. I wish you were dead, Mom. Yep, I'm not exaggerating. He literally said he wanted his mom to be dead instead. Who says that to their mother over some dumb phone issue? As I said, the acting's not bad here, but this scene just feels so out of touch with the rest of the movie. I also don't know what it wants to achieve. The only effect it had on me is that it made me hate them both. I mean, I already didn't really like either of them. The mom just feels boring and lazy, and we've already established that Logan only has 3 main character traits, and the only positive one was slowly written out of the story. But the things they say to each other in this scene, they're just horrible human beings. Over the course of the movie, several flashbacks and scenes are shown to remind us of the tragic death of the father. This time he's shown in the creepy basement in a scene that feels about as out of place as the previous one. The scene is completely pointless, and it's not even close to the original accident anymore. Did the dad turn into a zombie?
It's just a nightmare. You're having a nightmare.
Also, since I'm trying to keep track of the time span of this movie, if I am correct, it has been 4 days since they argued, as it's an open house and thus a Sunday. But this one apparently starts at 2? I don't know anymore.
Logan, let's go! Is your room clean?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
We're around.
At least Logan is still annoyed with his mom, as is to be expected after such an argument. What follows is the weirdest day in terms of time format. We've just seen it's 1 PM and Logan starts running. Mom runs into this Chris dude again when out to develop photos. Remember that were made here after being mentioned here? Yes? Okay. He then gives her his phone number? But hey, you just met her. And this is crazy.
I just wanted to give you my number.
So then, footage of the house is shown moving towards the creepy basement, and there is also footage of Logan running. Mom is then informed that their house has been broken into by Allison at what seems to be late afternoon. And then it's completely dark all of a sudden when he drives past Logan, who is still running? How far away is that place she went to? How long has Logan been running? Remember when he couldn't even run a mile anymore the other day, and now we're supposed to believe he ran for multiple hours? Also, if these shots are meant to imply our Cluedo suspect is walking through the house, then how does he open this door? We've established he's a ninja, but is he also telekinetic? They then enter the house where Christmas choir music is playing.
Oh my god.
Also, the table is set. Dinner tonight is a phone. Will it ring?
Hello?
Haha, prank call.
We have to call the cops.
Wait, that didn't happen yet? Her sister called her, but not the cops after hearing their house has been broken into? So apparently the cops searched the place from top to bottom, but didn't find anything, even though it's evident there is a gargantuan boot-wearing maniac somewhere around. But we've learned he's also a ninja, so I guess that explains it.
I understand the fear in these situations. Okay, I do. But it's likely the front door was unlocked and some kids snuck in.
What?
You kidding me?
Finally, Logan asks something logical. What the hell? So kids snuck in, played music, set their table, served phone?
It's not uncommon.
Is it not though? I mean, what kids? There are no kids in this neighborhood. In fact, there is never anyone anywhere. Only the bare minimum of people is shown, and the only kids in this entire movie are these 2 shitsticks that had a whopping 4-second screen time, and they are not from around here. Or so I assume, since they attended the open house, meaning that they are contemplating moving there, which you do not do when you live there. The house seems to be very isolated. You need to drive from daylight till darkness to get to civilization. Do you really think some kids just wander around for miles just to rearrange your furniture? To be fair, it's about as helpful as I'd expect a place to be, so maybe this is realistic after all. So Logan finally makes sense now, and the mom, who blatantly blamed him the other day, is now completely oblivious all of a sudden.
There's nothing to worry about.
Ah, yes, if it was not Logan, it was probably nothing. Why are they always in each other's room? I mean, really, what is he doing there?
I'm going to bed.
Okay.
Why would she care he's going to bed?
You want to stay in here tonight?
Yes, that's not weird. Sleep with your son. Remember when I said I wanted you to die?
You want to stay in here tonight?
Logan then finds cringy Chris's phone number. At this point, I almost expected him to freak out and tear it to shreds and lecture his mom about how her body is a temple or something. But mommy plays it cool.
You can throw it out if you want.
So, nice, that's the way to convince Logan. Good to know. The doorbell rings again, and it's cringy Chris, who was called, maybe.
It's okay. I called him.
By Logan? I thought he hated him. They walk around and talk about the incident. This Chris dude finds the kid's story believable.
I said some kids probably did it.
Yeah, that's possible. A lot of them are assholes up here.
Wait, why did they invite him again? To sleep on their couch?
Thank you.
What are they thanking him for? What added value does he have? Was he called in to keep watch? I guess in this scene they at least tried to make Logan a little more likable, which was too little too late for me. But hey, there was an attempt. So I can't help but notice we are only 20 minutes away from the end and we still know nothing. I assume we're approaching a climax of sorts with a dramatic reveal who the bad guy is. Was it Martha the creepy neighbor, or cringy Chris that came for the booty call? Was it mom's rich sister Allison, or this plumber Alex narrator? Was it one of these cops, or maybe both? Was it Ed the suspicious realtor guy, or maybe Joni the realtor woman? Was it this writer-director cameo, or Martha's dead husband? Was it her, or her? Was it the ghost of Daddy Brian? Was it Tommy from the eggs and milk store? Was it Bruce or Jim, who have been named but have both been suspiciously absent? Was it this bitch, or was it one of these kids after all? Stay tuned to find out.